time for a bit of a quick update. It's the exhaust time. Right, when I first started with the V8 and got it first started, this was the exhaust which was on there. Wasn't very happy with this sound, so then I commissioned Long Life Exhaust Systems down in Cornwall, wherever they are, and they come up with a slightly different design which is fairly close to what you can hear on YouTube from a couple of videos I've done. Still not very happy. Started to look at what's available to me, and the Gallarado setup, so on the aftermarket ones, is pretty close to where I want it to be. Close on the sound. I know it's a cross-plane, flat-plane crank scenario, but I want to try and get away from the American muscle sort of car sound. So what I did was I made up 2 bits of YouTube, and that's now got a crossover in it. That's way too loud. I'm going to probably add a couple of little mufflers onto that one, and this will be sort of Mark II version of obscene exhaust sound. I don't know how that's going to sound yet because obviously I haven't built it, but somebody on YouTube, somebody on the website has been kind enough to tear apart a 430 exhaust. I'm going to try and mimic that. What I've done is I've stripped out this exhaust. See, there's nothing inside it. This is what was inside it. These were packed with wire wool either side. What would happen is the exhaust would come in through this one, through the baffle, go through the and then into an empty chamber, which was separated. I'll get it the right way around. Yeah, separated by a plate which went the full length of the exhaust. So these 2 banks never ever come in contact with each other. That's probably why I wasn't happy with the exhaust sound. I've taken this out and I'm just going to start to build this one up. So I've got my template which fits in there, and that's going to go 4 banks, 5 banks, one there, one there, one there, and one down the bottom. These will get fitted back in, and all the pipe work will do exactly what that picture does. The exhaust is quite a lot involved in these Ferrari exhausts, because they actually go the centre bank or the centre chamber is completely open to both exhausts. They mix up in there and then they divert going that way or that way, but they divert, they go to the next chamber, then to the next chamber, then through another pipe they go into straight across and out. So they never, once they've mixed in here, they then never ever get mixed again, and then they exit independently. It's the same sort of design as the 360, but these are a lot more compact, which means I can fit it in that one. What I'll do is I'll show you the end result of the internals on the next part, which is going to be straight after this video. Right, so this is what I'm trying to replicate, and this is the almost finished article. If you can see that. What I've done is copied almost dimensionally the original 430. So you've got the pipes that take it in to the centre bank, and then through 2 baffles. That then goes through to that side, which then goes down the bottom, or if we look at the top one, goes straight through into this area, and then that takes it through to that side, through to the exit, and that's mirrored for the other side. So again, last exit through there and out. I just got to chop that off to my desired size. These are the end plates which I've been working with, that one and that one. I've had a lot of trouble. The metal I've used is too thin on the chamber sections. It's only 1mm. I couldn't get hold of any 1.5 during the weekend. So I've had a lot of heat issue problems and warping. I've built this about 4 times, cutting back and trying different ways of doing it. It's basically just down to the weld being too hot and too much of it. But the end result was, that was my guide to make sure the chamber was true. Then I just had to cut that away and polish it up. Next job is to see how it sounds. If that's now going to go into its chamber, or into the box, or cylinder. So here it is, just literally tack welded in place. It just sort of like fits inside basically. Next step is to just test it on the car. So this is going back about 4 years now, because that's the last time this, or 3 years, exhaust muffler was actually on the car. And it sort of fits just like that in its original mounts. And this is how it sounds. Perfect. That's exactly the sound I was after. Brilliant.